Sadly, it is the structure of the trade relationship between Africa and any other part of the world is as follows. If you look at what Asia exports, it exports finished goods. What Africa exports, it exports raw materials. Whether it sends it to the United States, to Europe, China, or any other country, even India, for that matter, has prioritized Africa in its new foreign policy with an eye on, on acquiring critical minerals. So structurally, it really doesn't change. But interestingly, Eric, what that means is that actually, if you think about it, Africa is much less directly affected by the tariffs imposed by the United States than Asia is. Right. Workers in Asia are going to be hit much, much, much harder than workers in Africa. But that's not to say that Africa is entirely immune to a trade shock that is coming. So the tit for tat tariff war will essentially threatens to derail the global economy. And a derailed global economy means slow aggregate growth, and slow aggregate growth means reduction of demand for African raw materials. That means less revenue for those countries who rely on those exports of natural resources. It will put further strain on their already strained budgets. The era of cheap capital had already come to an end way before Donald Trump was voted into power. Attracting investments will become even more difficult, and capital typically takes flight during such times. Emerging markets are no longer the flavor of the season. So if the cost of finance was not already high for Africa, they typically pay 6 times more than an equivalent emerging Asian economy. It'll get even higher. That will only make it difficult for Africa to finance its development. So I don't see the outcomes improving anytime soon, unless the core somehow, whether it's regional economic communities or the AFCFTA, they come together and create a market that is unified, and then exercise the power of that market to gather investments and growth. So, but it's going to be a difficult act to do.